morning, everyone. Today we will tackle the PBL or the problem-based learning. Problem-based learning is a process of acquiring and understanding of knowledge, skills in the context of an unfamiliar situation and applying that learning to the situation. But before that, what is problem-based learning or PBL? Problem-based learning is the basic human learning process that allowed primitive man to survive in his environment. Burroughs and Tamlin, 1980. Problem-based learning is a student-centered learning strategy in which students collaboratively solve the problems and this reflects on their experience. In PBL, the starting point is a problem, a query or a puzzle that the learner wishes to be solved according to D.L. Bound, 1985. It is a careful inspection of methods which are permanently successful in formal education, according to John Dewey, 1916. Problem-based learning can be explained as the learner or learning the result from the process of working toward the understanding and resolution of a problem, according to Burroughs on 1980. Vernon and Blake, 1993, defined problem-based learning as a teaching learning method that includes study of clinical cases, a small discussion group, collaborative independent study, hypothetical deductive reasoning. Goals of problem-based learning: construct an extensive and flexible knowledge base, foster increased retention of knowledge, develop effective problem-solving skills, develop self-direction, lifelong learner skills, become effective collaborators, strengthening student intrinsic motivation to learn, develop an ability to identify relevant health problems, acquire the knowledge base necessary to define the health problem of the point, reinforce the development of effective clinical reasoning process, and recognize and develop, maintain the personal characteristics and attitude. Cooperation with others and the importance of communication is emphasized. Much attention is paid to the development of practical skills, the development of analytical and creative thinking skills, the development of self-directed learning ability. Components of PBL or problem-based learning. Non-lecture format and teacher acting as a facilitator. Presentation of real-world situation or problem from ordinary life. Group work and group discussion. And student-directed solution of the selected problems. The image below is the PBL cycle. It is called experiential learning. First is experience. Experience that to be shared. After sharing, produce a process. After the process must be generalized. And after generalizing all, you need it to apply. The simple experimental learning cycle. First, you must do it on yourself. Second, what happened? Where were the result after doing it yourself? So, when you see it, after you do one thing in learning, you will look for the result. And that is what happened and what were the results. After that, so what? What do these results imply? How did they influence the outcome? After the result must be seen, you will ask what is the influence of this result? What could be these results can imply? And after that, what will you do differently next time? Proceed to another question, now what? The PBL cycle starts the applying planning effective use of learning. Second step is experiencing activity based. The third step involves sharing, exchanging reactions and observations. The fourth step includes processing, discussing patterns and dynamics. The fifth step relates to generalizing, developing the real-world principles. There are 7 steps to PBL. First is to clarify. Students read through the problems, then identify and clarify any words or concept that they do not understand. This says that the student must clarify the lessons that the teacher teaches to them and clarify any words or any context in the learning or lessons whom the teacher teach and a student didn't understand that one lesson, so they must be clarify what is it. Define. The student work together to define what they think the problem is. They say that all the students inside their classroom must work together to solve and to define what is the problem going on in their learning skills. Third is the analyze. The student discuss the problem. At this stage, there is no sifting of ideas. Student must discuss the problem of the learning, every one of them inside the classroom. They must decide to discuss the problem of each other. At this stage, there were no sifting of ideas because every children or every student have their own problem to discuss. Review. Students now try to arrange their ideas and explanation into tentative solution. In every ideas, there must be an explanations and solutions on every problem that they have. Identify learning objectives. The group reaches a consensus on learning objectives. Self-study. Students individually gather information towards the learning objectives and prepare to share the findings with the rest of the group. And every student in the class must gather information perfectly. And after that gathering information of them, they must prepare their information what they have gained and share that information and uh, share it to the rest of the group or inside the classroom. 7. Report. The students came together in their groups and shared the results. The facilitator checked that the learning objectives has been met. The students inside the classroom shares what is the result of the problem they have to be solved. The facilitator or teachers will check the learning objectives what they have been met. Students' role. Students have to assume a high degree of responsibility for their or education through effective self and learning, working with others and setting relevant group goals for themselves, the group as a whole. So, students must assume a degree of responsibility for their own education through effective self. They must base this on their own self by learning or working with others or group. Students be able to present demonstration of their learning achievement. And every student have learning achievements. Whatever student have learned, in this case, they must present or show it in a group what they have learned or what they have achieved in learning at one context. Group members' role. Active participation. A group must have active participation in order to gain more information with other members of the group. Active listening. In the group, all group members must have an active listening skills. They must be listen to every one of the member of the group. Asking questions. Everyone in the group must ask questions in their group mate. Every group mate must share their problems, share their opinions, so that the one student or member in a group must have an answer for the questions she have been asked. Answering. After answering questions, all member of the group, after asking questions, all member of the groups must be answering that questions individually, giving information, like what I said, answering. Answer also gives an information to all member of the groups, make decisions. And so, in a group member, after asking questions, after answering questions, they all make a result, and after that result, they will make decisions. Common difficulties in PBL in group. Unprepared for the tutorial. A student or teacher must be prepared in tutorial. Never do that you're unprepared of the thing, not given enough time by other members. So, in this case, you must give enough time to the other group members to realize or to study what is given in your group. Dominating group members, the group that keeps storming. Tutors, facilitators, role. Tutor play a crucial role in helping the group to establish itself, setting norms for the group function, ensuring group trust, attending to the group dynamics and unique characteristics of the group.